Gold rarely reveals itself openly. It moves through rock, along fractures and structural weaknesses, leaving behind precise geological signals formed by heat, pressure, and time. What appears ordinary on the surface often preserves clear evidence of gold concentration for those trained to read it. Once those signals are recognized, extraction becomes a matter of physics rather than chemistry. Gold's natural density and durability allow it to be released from its host rock through controlled crushing and gravity separation alone. This documentary follows the full process, from identifying gold-bearing rock to liberating the metal using mechanical methods, showing how observation, structure, and natural forces expose real value hidden inside stone. Gold is everywhere, yet most people walk right past it without realizing. Beneath ordinary rocks, hidden within fractures, veins, and subtle mineral patterns, lie the silent signals of this precious metal. In this Pro Gems documentary, we reveal how gold forms, migrates, and concentrates in ways that few ever notice, and how trained eyes can detect its presence long before anyone else. Gold doesn't just appear randomly, it follows the pathways of nature's underground systems. Hydrothermal fluids carry dissolved gold through fractures in the Earth's crust, depositing it where temperature, pressure, and chemical conditions are just right. Tiny cracks, vein formations, color changes, and mineral stains are all clues to where gold has concentrated. Even rocks that seem ordinary can contain the fingerprints of these invisible flows, revealing where gold has accumulated over millions of years. Every fracture, fissure, or vein is a potential gold signal. Quartz veins are the most obvious indicator. They form as hot, mineral-rich fluids move through rock, leaving behind traces of dissolved metals. A single vein can contain tiny particles of gold or signal larger deposits nearby. Discoloration, rust red, black, or yellow streaks, shows where minerals have interacted with fluids, and even subtle differences in rock texture can point to gold hidden within. Gold's density makes it unique. When embedded in rock, it increases weight and subtly changes the stone's feel. By carefully handling and examining rocks, experienced prospectors can sense the presence of gold, even if it is invisible to the naked eye. Rocks with unusual heaviness, fine quartz veins, or fractures that align in a certain way are often indicators that gold has passed through that area. The movement of gold is slow but deliberate. Over millions of years, geological forces push gold along fractures, depositing it in veins, cracks, or pockets. Understanding these patterns allows you to predict where gold is likely to accumulate. It's not guesswork, it's reading the history written in the rock itself. Even rocks that appear dull, gray, or unremarkable can be hiding these critical signs, waiting for someone trained to see them. Hydrothermal systems, tectonic pressures, and erosion all play a role. When magma rises or water circulates through rock, gold is dissolved, transported, and redeposited. Rocks along these natural pathways often carry signals. Quartz veins, pyrite inclusions, sulfide streaks, or minor mineralization can all point toward hidden gold deposits. Recognizing these markers is the key to finding gold where others see nothing. Experienced prospectors know to pay attention to details. A single golden fleck within a quartz vein or a small pattern of fractures running through rock can indicate a larger vein nearby. By following these signals, you can trace gold to its source. It's a process of observation, analysis, and deduction, where patience and knowledge reveal wealth that casual eyes would never notice. Gold isn't limited to one type of rock. It can appear in quartz, granite, basalt, and other host formations. Each type behaves differently under pressure and fluid flow, concentrating gold in unique ways. By studying these formations, you can understand the natural mechanisms that create deposits and focus your efforts on the highest potential locations. Even as erosion wears down mountains and rivers carry sediments downstream, rocks retain the memory of gold-bearing systems. Each piece tells a story, a record of where gold has traveled and where it might still be concentrated. By learning to read these stories, you gain a significant advantage, uncovering hidden wealth that has eluded others for centuries. Observation, patience, and knowledge are the keys to uncovering gold. By studying vein patterns, color changes, mineral inclusions, and rock density, you can identify the subtle signs that point to high-value deposits. Ordinary rocks become guides, maps written in stone, signaling the presence of gold waiting to be extracted. KD Gems focuses on education in verifiable geological processes. We explore how gold forms and migrates, not through speculation, but through the science of hydrothermal fluids, mineral deposition, and tectonic activity. By understanding these processes, you can locate gold with confidence, separating high-potential targets from ordinary stones. Next time you examine a rock, pay close attention. Look for fractures, mineral veins, color changes, and unusual weight. Each observation could bring you closer to discovering hidden gold. What appears ordinary to most people is actually a signal, a guide left by nature itself, pointing directly to one of the most valuable metals on Earth. Gold hides in plain sight, and those who can read its signals will always have the advantage. Ordinary rocks, subtle patterns, and tiny veins can all reveal where gold has concentrated over millions of years. By learning to see these signs, you gain access to knowledge, opportunity, and potential wealth that others overlook every day. The secrets of gold are embedded in the rocks around you. All it takes is observation, understanding, and the ability to recognize the signals nature provides. Every stone has the potential to guide you to gold, and every discovery starts with seeing what others miss. Once you've identified a rock signaling the presence of gold, the next step is extraction. Many assume chemical processes are necessary to obtain gold, but nature provides simpler, safer, and surprisingly effective methods. By carefully breaking down the host rock, you can release gold particles while preserving their value. Crushing the rock is the most basic and fundamental approach. Start with a solid, durable hammer or hand-crushing device. Always focus on the rock's natural fractures, veins, and weaker areas. Gold often gathers along these planes, and by breaking the rock along its natural lines, you minimize unnecessary pulverization while maximizing recovery. Once the rock is broken into smaller fragments, screening is essential. Use a sieve or mesh to separate larger rock pieces from finer material. Gold's density means that even small particles will settle faster than the surrounding rock when subjected to water movement. This principle has been used for centuries in placer mining and remains incredibly effective. Next comes a gentle washing and gravity separation. Place the crushed rock in a pan or shallow tray and slowly add water. Swirl the mixture in circular motions. Heavier gold particles will sink to the bottom, while lighter rock and sediment rise to the surface. This process requires patience. Careful, repeated motions increase the likelihood of capturing even tiny specks of gold. Observing texture and shine during this step is crucial. Gold reflects light differently than surrounding minerals, often appearing slightly brighter or with a subtle yellow glow. Experienced prospectors develop a keen eye for these subtle differences, allowing them to isolate gold particles with remarkable precision. If needed, repeat crushing and panning multiple times. Some host rocks, especially those containing quartz veins or sulfide-rich zones, require slow, meticulous processing. Each iteration increases the recovery rate, and with no chemicals involved, the gold remains pure, safe, and ready for collection. Another natural technique is sluicing. By channeling water through a narrow trough or sluice box, crushed rock can be washed continuously. The riffles in the sluice trap heavier gold particles, while lighter material flows away. This method scales up the hand-panning process and allows for larger quantities of rock to be processed efficiently. Even without chemicals, the principle is simple. Use gravity, density, and observation to separate gold from its host rock. By combining careful crushing, panning, and sluicing, you can extract gold safely, sustainably, and effectively. This method preserves the gold's integrity and avoids introducing harmful substances into the environment. Gold's behavior in rock is predictable. Its density, malleability, and resistance to corrosion make it naturally separable from most surrounding minerals. The process requires patience, knowledge, and precise observation, but for those willing to dedicate the effort, it's incredibly rewarding. Even small fragments hidden within host rocks can accumulate into significant value over time. Finally, always record your findings. Note which rocks, veins, and areas produce the most gold. Over time, this builds a personal map of high-potential sites, refining your prospecting strategy and increasing efficiency. By combining careful observation, natural extraction methods, and repeatable processes, you transform ordinary rocks into a source of tangible wealth. Extraction without chemicals is not just about gold. It's about understanding nature's processes, respecting the environment, and mastering the skills that separate experienced prospectors from amateurs. Every crack, every vein, every fragment holds a story, and by carefully working with the rock itself, you uncover that story while capturing the gold hidden within.